Hey everybody, great to be back here in the fish tank. Today we're going to be looking at the latest playtest for Vaultbreakers. That is the game that is being developed by BetaDwarf, the Minion Masters developer. Now remember, it's set in the same world as Minion Masters, but it's a completely different kind of game. It's a top-down ARPG, action RPG, that involves PvE and PvE VP. So that's against other players and the environment. So the latest playtest is on. It does end tomorrow, so if you want to get involved, you can do. Tomorrow, so it's the 9th that it ends. So if you go to their website, vaultbreakers.com, you'll find out all the information there. The link, of course, will be in the description. So it's been going since December the 4th. Now, they've added a few more things into this one from the last one. So they've highlighted a few things here. So trios, they've added trios instead of just solos and duos. Vault breaking, so the new big story-driven encounters with unique twists and rewards. So more sort of in-depth as to what the whole vault breaking thing is and explaining it all. And drop-in, no more queue times. You and your party will either enter a fresh game or an ongoing game. Not sure how I feel about that, as long as it's done in a way that you're not too far behind. Obviously, the good point of drop-in is that you don't have to wait too long for a game. The bad point is you might miss out on something going on at the start. So this increases the chances of running into other players, so be wary. Drop-in will only be enabled for the first 5 minutes of a game. And there's a whole bunch of quality of life balancing and bugs. That if you're interested in specific things, you can go to the website and you can look at the actual changes. But anyway, so that's what's going on there. Let's dive into the game. You can probably hear it. It's quite loud in the background. So we are going to have a look at this. Okay, so Vaultbreakers. So they're aiming to have this on Steam and consoles, not specified which consoles. But all the playtests, as you would probably expect, are on Steam only. Right, let's get my face here. Boom. Okay, so one of the things that they highlighted was coming was this campaign, the PvE only side of things. But that's not available yet, but that will be here. Because I know some people will like only the PvE side of things where you're against the computer, whereas other people will like the PvP focused aspects of it. So we're going to have a look at just the regular season here. Of course, you choose your server that's closest to you. Not sure why it doesn't highlight the one that's closest. Obviously, you want the lowest ping. Might turn the music down a little bit. Seems a bit loud. But we'll do that once we get into the settings. So, of course, this is still a playtest. So there are the chance of people and things breaking. So let's see what we do. Hopefully, you've followed along with my previous videos with the Vaultbreakers. So we've done a lot of these playtests and we've seen the game change a lot from what it used to be and also progress on this new journey that it's on. So it seems like the music has turned down a lot. Just turn this down for when it comes back. Okay, so... And the way these playtests work is it's a wipe each time, so you start afresh, which makes sense, of course, because you want to be starting as a new player experience and working through everything to test everything. There's no point joining back and just being fully decked out. So it's kind of an extraction game. So the idea is you go into a level and then you're trying to extract, and of course extract with new loot and quest progress and stuff like that. If you do die in the level, then you don't... I think you lose half of your gear or something like that. So there is definitely risk and reward depending on what you want to take into the games. Right. So we do have, and I think I might just turn the volume, master volume down a little bit. It feels like it's going to be loud, but let's find out. So we still have the 5 Vaultbreakers that we've seen for quite a while. Remember, there's no healing class as there used to be. All classes can be used as DPS. So we've got Sparkwing, who is the mage. We've got Nymera, who is kind of the druid. We've got Lumiri. Is Lumiri the druid? I can't remember. One of them, which one has... She has the bow, right? So she's like the hunter. Lumiri is the druid. And then we have Thora, who is melee DPS, and then Beyond who is sort of melee tank. We still have some other ones that are unreleased yet. I don't know if we'll get those before the game is fully released, which is a big question. Everyone's going to ask, when's the game being released? No idea. They haven't told us anything about that. Hopefully soon, because this game has been in development for a long time. Now, who shall we play today? I can't remember who we played last time in the test. I feel like we've played a lot of the different ones. Okay, let's play the mage, Sparkwing. Right, so select them. I don't think too many of the abilities have changed. So my previous videos going over the different Vaultbreakers and their abilities should still be fairly valid. Of course, I do need to try to remember how this works, and if I remember correctly, there are some training dummies over here to the right that we found last time. So you can test out your character and your abilities. The training dummies that were here last time appear to have potentially been moved. So they might be somewhere else, I'm not sure. Oh, okay, they're here. Did I walk past them? Yeah, I guess so. Are they in the same position? I'm going to say they've been moved, but that's probably not true. Okay, so we have our basic attack, which applies the zap. Reapplying the zap generates our energy bar at the bottom there. Power vortex. What do I have this on? I have this on shift. Why do I have this on shift? That seems like a weird thing. Q. I feel like that should be Q. Did they change these settings? Unsure. Okay, let's put that. Oh, don't want to quit. No. Right. Okay, so we have this on the Q. So just to remind you, you move around with the WASD keys, and then you have your cursor for targeting and attacking. You have a left click and a right click. Maybe we don't have a right click. Maybe this... Oh, was this the right click? Did I just mess things up? Let's go back to the key bindings again. Reset them. Why is that? Ability 1. Where's our right click? Right click it. Okay, so have they changed things here? That said right click was camera rotation. That seemed to do anything. Okay. See down here, right click, camera rotation. But I feel like that's something they added. Maybe that's why they changed this. I mean, I haven't tested this before this video, so we are figuring it out as we go. Maybe you can't change the camera in this... in here? No. I'm not really a fan of that keybind, though. Let's change it back to... Basic attack is left. So basic attack and ability both on the left? Is that what we want? Oh. So it looks like once the basic attack is on cooldown... I guess I don't hate that, but... I mean, you can change it, see what you prefer, right? And then we have the E... The spacebar is the dash, and then the R is the ultimate. So you need 100 energy. Okay. Okay, we'll figure that out as we go. Seems like some of the keybinds changed. Not entirely sure if I'm a huge fan of that. Right, so we have a quest up here on the right. To tell Milloween you've arrived. And of course, if you're familiar with Minion Masters and the environment, the universe that BetaDwarf created for that, you'll see a lot of familiar faces and of course art design. Oops. Press F to talk. Right, so what do we get? Vaultbreaker insignia, binds you to the ley line, granting teleportation, increased powers, healing potions, and some boots to give us health and movement speed out of combat. Okay, so then we get another quest here from Milloween. So we need to go into Wolfswood, meet Garrick Hollowfang near the East Vault Crash, and rescue the Phoenix King, and of course we'll get the rewards there. And basically what will happen, as we've seen before, is there's effectively nothing here to start with, but as we go through the quests and unlock certain parts, we'll get access to more things in the game. What does this say? Building upgrades. Okay, so you get buildings to do new things, you get building upgrades. Right, so we might as well first of all start to go to Waterwood. Can't see down here behind my face. I think the map's on the left. We might change it. Let's find out. But we have a bottom down at the bottom down on the bottom right to take us to Waterwood. Pops up our map. Now remember, some of these sections are locked behind development. Some of them are locked behind progress. So it looks like Waterwood's available. Artifact Refinery is unlocked by building upgrades, so that's potentially accessible. And again, if you're familiar with Minion Masters, they didn't really show too much of this, but this map was something that they actually had within the Minion Masters BetaDwarf office. Up on the wall had a big version of this. So they had like this whole lore behind the game, but they didn't really go into it too much. Right, find loot and then extract through a portal. Beware, if you die, you lose all your equipment and half of your materials. Okay, so beware, if you die, you lose all your equipment and half of your materials. Now, I think I forgot to put my boots on. Which is, you know, it's going to hit neither here nor there at the start here. But would have been nice to remember to do that. So as you progress, you get more gear to make you stronger. Also, you get more ability. So there's like a tech tree that you can unlock to find things. So this 80 here, I think, is my gear score, which I guess is low. Okay, so we can loot stuff. Oh, actually, I brought the boots with me, so we can put them on. That's good. And then we can put our healing thing there. Right. We're just going to loot and see what goes on. So we found some different feat there. So ability power is probably better for us. We're going to be less tanky, but ability power is where, you know, I remember them saying that against the PvE creatures, then all of the damage should be avoidable in some way. It's a heal thing there. So what we can do is have a look on the map. So we've got some quest icons here, so let's head over there, I guess. Right, so a little pebble here. Get hit by the first thing, because I wasn't really... Get hit by the second thing, because I was not really paying attention. Okay. So... I want to get the orbs popping off. Okay, so I can't even use those heals yet. 90% of the damage you receive is converted to wounds, which is recovered over time. That didn't seem to happen. I wonder if there's a problem with that. Okay, so this is the chap that we were supposed to find for our quest. Go north and find the old crone. Learn a way to break the unnatural vines.
Keep your scent far from here.
Got something else for a quest here as well. Get in here. Okay. So we can't get in there until we go north, figure out the vines thing. Okay, let's use a health pot. Not sure why the wounds didn't work correctly. Okay. So some of this stuff is going to be reagents. Stuff we can build. We have a weapon. Increase our attack damage. Remember, different classes will want different stats. Right click on those to pop them in there. Not entirely sure what that is. Okay, so just going to harvest some of these herbs. Okay, some of the stuff you can't harvest until you've got upgraded equipment. Right, so we're going to learn a way to break the unnatural vines from her. Right. A little bit of damage there. Okay, missed that attack, but grab those things. Okay, so these are teleports, and if you look at the map, you'll see we're here. So this teleport is number 4, so that will link up to the other number 4 over here. You need to get to different areas of the map quickly and do that. Healing potion. Oh yeah, so my face is actually obscuring the map. So that. Let's see. Open the vine barrier, tell Milloween about Bara and his werewolves. Isn't Bara female?
Keep your scent far from here.
Okay, so now we have the ability to open these. Not too much there. Right, so this was the person that we were trying to... Atos, trying to... rescue. Are we done with him? Okay, so looks like as part of this quest we can just go straight back. Okay, so we completed our first... I wonder if that's just like a tutorial level with no new players for the first time. Possibly. Okay, so we're back. Let's turn our quests in. Right, so Hammer of Endurance. It gives us a lot of health. It's not exactly what our character wants, but... Okay, so basically we unlock him now, so he gives us access to different things. And we also get ley energy, which we earn through various quests, and then that can be used to progress in the future. The quest here, a little bit of text I never really read, tells you where to hand the quest into, which is pretty nice. Place the core shard in the ley line crystal, upgrade ley line to tier 1. So I completely missed this whole thing in one of the earlier tests because it wasn't really obvious to do it. So now they've clearly changed it so it's more, it holds your hand more during the early stages so you don't miss key things. Right, so we get the enhanced ley line. Keep 50% of your crafting materials when you die. Ah, okay, so we didn't have the wounds. Right, that's why it wasn't working. We didn't have the wounds. That's why we weren't healing before. Gotcha. Okay. So 90% of all damage you receive is converted to wounds, which are passively recovered over time. So, as you can see here, this is tier 1, so we can upgrade it. And to upgrade it, we need a core shard, which we don't have. So I don't know if we have these yet. So So we'll need to find... So it says in progress. So I guess we don't have that yet. And yeah, I guess we can see here we don't have the wounds buff. That's one of the newer things. So, place the core shard. I mean, didn't we pick that up? We do have it. We do have it. He gave it to us 5 seconds ago and I forgot about it. Right, there we go. Boom. So we have upgraded that. So now we do have the tier 1 completed. So we have the enhanced ley line and the wounds. And if we look at the upgrade... So upgrade, gain the ability to use teleport shrines for fast travel. Okay, so we saw the teleport shrines in the game, but we can't use them yet. And you can see here to upgrade this, we need... If I just move my camera again so you can see this here, we need this ley energy. So we only have 20 and it needs 50. So we're still awaiting that. Right. So we go back to this chap. We get our ley energy. So he's asking us to go back to Wolfsburg. It's kind of cool. Tells you where to hand it in. Also tells you it's going to unlock his shop. So adds Goldbelly shop to the Haven. Items can be bought and sold at Goldbelly, and you can do quests for him to further upgrade his selection. So we need to teleport to Wolfswood and locate whoever was attacked west of the ancient tower, and that's going to give us some stuff. So you basically you don't have a character per se. You can use any of the characters, but the characters will have... I guess you'll upgrade their perks by playing them. So we haven't actually been told to do perks yet. It'll be interesting to see when that comes into the tutorial. But maybe you're supposed to click on it. So we have 4 perk slots that we can unlock. We only have 1 currently unlocked. And there's 2 perks that we have unlocked to put in there. The longer spark flight, which means it goes for more distance and does more damage. And the Wrecking Ball, which every 5th circuit orb becomes extra charged, dealing magic damage. More magic damage and knockback. So let's pop that one in there. It does say new perks now since we actually put it in. And just to clarify, we've got Vaultbreakers. Challenges are not unlocked yet. Storage is where we can put stuff in if we don't want it currently. So, do we want more health? What we can do is put stuff in here. Because obviously the idea is you don't want to take too much stuff into the game in case you lose it. No real point of having these things on us, I don't think. Might be an easier way to put these in there. Okay, so that like that. Perks we looked at. Collection is emoting, social, friends and stuff, and then party, of course, is the party. Right, let's go back to Wolfswood. See what we can find. Remember they had the new drop-in feature, so you might enter a fresh game, you might enter a game that's a few minutes down the line. Okay, so you can see our gear score's up to 85 now. Looks like we spawned almost into combat. I saw something for a second there. We bring up our map. So this is telling us about extraction portals. Solo extraction portals require channeling and can be used by 1 person. Group extraction portals will extract everyone inside the area when the cooldown completes. Right. Oops. Right, so we do have the wounds now. So you see on our health bar we have this grey bit, that's the wounds that will recover. So 90% of the wound, of the damage we get back. Right, let's have a look here. So where are we? We're up here. We have some quests to do. So let's head on over to those. That's, I think this is where someone started. Not normally start with a little bag like that. Okay, so this is an accessory that we can put on, so that gives us more health. So the idea with these is that we want to try to hit them. Visibility orb. Now this may be locked. Okay, so we need a rune of break in there, which we don't have. When you're looting it, you can see you get this fog of war, so you can't really see what's going on. Headpiece. You see our gear score's up to 88 now. Right. So teleport to Wolfswood, which is where we are. Locate whoever attacked west on the ancient tower. Ancient tower is here, so this is where we need to go. Let's just head there. Let's prioritize that. See, he was hidden in a bush, we couldn't see him. Damage there. Not really au fait exactly with the abilities now. Some health from that. So one of the things I don't know if I like or don't like, but you don't see the gear that when you're wearing it. So other people can't really tell apart from your gear number how strong you are. Pick that to do damage. Someone's killed someone there, so it seems that might be someone around. I don't really want to fight because I feel like I'm just going to get murdered. Oh, this guy's got a high gear level as well, so it'd be nice to not run into him. I'm going to keep moving, try and get our quests done. Right, so where are we? We're here. So go down here. Werewolf hearts. One thing I normally struggle with games like this is I just want to loot everything. Try not to fall into that trap here. I'm just trying to make some progress with the quests and show what's going on, really. Okay, so our quest thing should be here. Okay, so this is Gold Belly, so remember it's going to unlock the Gold Belly thing. Our base, the Haven. This game used to be called Haven. Okay, so we did him there. Still have another quest over here, so let's head that way. I brings up your inventory. Got some health items on. I don't want to be too squishy. But once you really understand how the character and the abilities work, then you can get away with being squishy, because you know all your mitigation stuff. But I don't feel like I'm in that spot right now. Okay, just grab a herb. We'll need those to craft some things at some point. Someone's been through here. There's some people who'll play it where they'll be desperately wanting to find other people. Other people want to be a little bit stealthier like myself. And of course it can cater to both play styles. And as we saw, there is a PvE campaign that's going to be coming at some point. So that's the teleport portal, which I don't think we can use here. If you remember, we looked like we were going to need to unlock that ability. So we can undo these fines because we learned how to do that at the start. Can't pick up the werewolf heart because our loot is full. Value of it. Oh, goodness. We're getting attacked there. We can't see it because we were in the middle of looting, of course. Oops. Oh, oh goodness me, I missed a couple of easy shots then. But we will get most of our health back from the wounds. We can use a health pot. Get us through. Now we do have a timer at the top here, so it's saying there's 9 minutes left. Let's just stop looting stuff because we're kind of full up on most of that. Ooh, a little mana puff. Hey, Wishy. Wishy wishes to join you at the Haven. Nice. Oh, we can't complete the quest because we don't have enough room in our inventory. Have to drop something. I don't know what's valuable and what's not. 28 gold, that seems quite valuable. Just, so it says shift right click to drop. Okay. Gain physical damage for each max health, 10% damage bosses. Okay, we're up to 93 gear score. Let's go. Right, so we can try to extract. Where are we? We're down here. Or do some other stuff. Got optional quest here. Search the farm in the top. I think that was there. We're going to go to there. We've got quite a long way to go, and I don't think it's going to let us use these portals. But these will be useful to get from one side of the place to the other. I don't think it's going to let us yet. So missing building upgrades. So we don't have that facility yet. We just have to walk. What do you think? Should we try to get out of here? Or be brave? So everything is kind of tied towards your gear score, so there's no experience as such. Oops. Can't even take any more gold. Can we? Well, that's kind of annoying. Why? that before. Mooncloth looks like it's more valuable. I think attacking me. First moonstone. I don't know what that is. Red, so I'm a little bit scared by it. Watch out for that big one behind us. So with those orbs, it's really about positioning. These are melee, so they're bread and butter for us. Ranged one. Kind of annoying you have to drag those across. But... Ceremonial dagger. Junk. Mooncloth. Crafting material. Okay, so we've got 4 minutes to go, so we should probably think about how do we get out of here. So we're still here. So, solo portal over there. I don't think we have to go for the solo ones. It's the wrong way. The world design's really cool, and especially if you're into Minion Masters and the BetaDwarf, then you should enjoy it. Might have been someone there. Right, where were we going? You can see this circle's going to start to shrink. And that's, if you're familiar with like battle royales, that's the kind of storm that forces you all into one area. Start to really pop off. Right, we're going to try. Right. Oh goodness. Oh no. Okay, we got shredded there. Wasn't ready for that at all. But it looks like he's gonna maybe have a problem as well. Okay, so we failed, but Atos brought us home. We got 50% off our materials and XP. Okay, so we do get XP, but what's the XP for? I don't know. Maybe the XP... Maybe I was wrong when I said there's no XP. Maybe the XP counts for unlocking the different abilities. We live and learn. Okay, so back to the Haven. We have some of our stuff. But we lost all our gear and some of our stuff. Which, you know, at the start it doesn't really matter. But if you've got some good stuff, then you're going to be pretty peeved. Okay, so... Hunter's Lodge is here. We need stuff to upgrade that. Gold Belly. Is his shop available? Okay, so his shop is available. So we have things like the pickaxe, which allows you to mine things. Potions and stuff. A couple of different bits of gear. Might be useful since we lost all of ours. Wishy, we bought Wishy back. Gonna give us some stuff. Wishy wishes you would wishlist the game on Steam. And he has a daily finds quest. There's daily quest there from Wishy. Got a camp manager here, Bren. So he's going to ask us to check out some different things around here, I think. Here's our storage, which you can get to just at the top anyway. Right, so this is the research station, but we don't have access to it yet. This is the alchemy cauldron. So we're going to unlock those with some quests, I assume. Furnace here. Again, find a blacksmith to unlock the building. Milloween will give you a quest when you're ready. Okay. This thing here. An anvil. Ritual slayer gear. There's quite a lot of things, and it does a good kind of job of drip feeding you them so you don't get overwhelmed. Start. Okay, so this says we need building materials. We don't have any of those yet.
How fares your journey? The light
Request
is
there. Right, so let's go back to Bran. Bren, sorry, unlock the command table. The command table lets you track your progress in building up the haven. It also provides access to a shipment of daily building materials. And we get some gold. Right, so build the command table, check out the command table. This is where the command table is going to be. We need the building materials, but he gave them to us, so crack those on there. Right. So this tells us all our different buildings. So we got the ley line, which we did in the middle, which is tier 1. Hunter's Lodge. We've unlocked the ability to have it, but we haven't built it yet. And all the other stuff is locked. Right, so he's got a quest for us to build 4 unique buildings. Some chest here. Daily building materials from the quest, so refined building materials. And 10 basic building materials, which is exactly what we needed to build this thing, right? Was the Hunter's Lodge. Gain the ability to detect when enemies are vulnerable, causing them to take double damage. Okay. And we can learn cooking as well. Right. Boom. And then we have a next tier, which we will need other things to do so. So we definitely saw some teeth and stuff like that about. Here you get critical vulnerability. Okay, so when it says enemies, I don't know if that's PvE enemies or PvP. I assume it's PvE, because that seems kind of unbalanced. Right, we still got a quest from this guy, right?
Something's always growling out there.
10 building materials. Search the farm.
Farewell.
I don't know if we have a separate quest log or if it only shows here. Wonder what happens if you end up with too many of them. Okay. We've got to build a unique building, which we don't... I don't think we have the stuff to do that yet. I don't think we actually have it unlocked that we can do it yet. Because if we go and look at our table here, we don't, nothing else is available here. So we need to unlock that. But let's go back to the ley line. So we've got 50 ley energy, which is enough to upgrade it. So that allows us to use the teleport shrines now. We've seen them, but we haven't been able to use them. Now we can. So this guy has... Okay, so we need ley energy to actually start that quest. So let's have a look at the gear we've got. So we do have some stuff. We did lose a lot, of course. But all this stuff we will pop in our storage so we don't lose it. And I think it's okay to go back into the world. Changelings carry powerful talismans. If I remember correctly, changelings were like PvE versions of the PvP players, like bot players. You might get in lower lobbies or something like that. Give them immense power. While you cannot use the talismans yourself, they can be sold to a vendor. Right, so quest. We've got something over here, something here, something here. Search the farm. We've got Pinecrest Farm. I assume that's there. We're over here, so let's search Pinecrest Farm. You can see the indications on the ground as to where they're going to attack. Helps you to dodge it if you're paying attention. Right. Grab some of the loot. That guy just threw a rock straight in my face. We're in some kind of storm here. Not entirely sure what that does. Maybe we'll take damage, maybe it will slow us. Maybe it just make... Oh, there's a big boss thing there. It looks like we can talk to him. So here's a shop. Some crafting. Purified moonstone. Okay. There is some stuff we could potentially do with him. Do we have any heals? No, I didn't bring any heals. That could be a problem. Right, so where are we? We're here. Not necessarily taking the quickest route. These things kind of shred. Not expecting him to turn into that werewolf. Right, so where are we? We're here, heading north. This is fine. Bodies here, so something's been through here. Hopefully they're friendly. Spoiler, they're not. Not sure what this does. No. Okay, so here's some stuff that we can't mine because we don't have the pickaxe. They're dead on the floor there. Cool. Okay, so someone killed a changeling. There's a lot of loot here. Auto-equipped all of that stuff. Right, we're just grabbing stuff. Trying to keep a low profile and head up here. Okay, so search the farm. I assume it's the farm. So watch out for their traps and stuff. We're just learning as we go, so if there's anything that I've messed up, got wrong, anything like that, let me know in the comments, of course. Okay, so these are the building materials that we need to upgrade our base. Seems to be quite a lot of them here. Hopefully we carry a bunch of them. One of the quests was to extract with 10 of these. Search the farm, so that's triggered. That quest is basically done. Untriggered an extraction portal. Thanks for the meat. I don't know what that noise is. Oh, okay, the storm's wandering this way. So, we do have some other quests in other locations. We still have this one up here that we've kind of been moving towards, so let's see if we can get up into these fields. Does that break when I walk on it? So, sorry about your crops. Again, we've got just under 10 minutes left here. One's definitely been through here. Maybe you can kind of hide if you go through stuff like this. Excuse me. Not really looking at too much. It scares me when you don't have the vision. Start looting stuff, right? We just need to pick this up and take it back with us. Of course, we don't have enough room, right? Drop some. Oh, that's. Let's just use the bandage if we can. 3 of them, there's one of them. Okay, so we can put it in there. Right, so we grab that. I think we try and extract now. Without being too greedy. It says looting more stuff. More healing potion. And endurance, okay. Upgrade, I'll take it. What these are? You wanna know what these are? Triggers it on there.
Speak swiftly. Go swiftly.
Okay.
And do not look back too often.
Your later quest. Portal here, the solo portal. Of course he gets an attack off at 1 HP. Channel solo extra. Got to channel it, which means we've got to stay here and hold it. The group one, you could trigger it and then wait and then come back as it triggers. Solo extraction successful. Gaming legend. Okay, so hopefully that gives you an idea of the state of the game at the moment. The new tutorial stuff, I think, is one of the things that they've been really working on to try to walk you through and understand the building of the haven and what the different things give you.
Welcome.
So,
But our destiny remains
another quest
shrouded.
there from Milloween. This chat's
From
getting
around here.
not enough space. So let's just put these all in our inventory. There's stuff here that we need to sell, but we'll figure that out at a later date.
Watch your step. These woods, they rip back.
Okay, so again, he gives us another quest. You know, if you're all about the lore, you can read through the quest. That's never really been my thing. Okay. So, got these 3 quests. Oh, here. Okay, so if you click on it, it gives you your quest log. Nice. Okay. We have primary quests, and then these are maybe extra quests. Normal maybe tells you how difficult it is. You don't have anything else that's not normal. Help us with that. We go and have a look at our ley line. We've got 70. We need 120 to upgrade it, and the upgrade after the first 60 seconds after arriving in a mission, you deal plus 50% extra damage against minions. So that's against computer creatures. Right. That's everything we need to do at the moment. We go to Goldbelly. What we want to do is buy... Okay, so we're going to buy a gold pouch. Have a look in our storage. So we'll take some heals with us. What's better? 10% health over 10 seconds, 400, recover 400 wounds. How much health do we have? We have 1800 health. 10% is going to be 180. Whereas that's 400. So it seems like the bandages are better right now. But it might be that you have to channel the bandages rather than just trigger them. Okay, let's go back to our storage, have a look what's going on. So we can put our gold in our little gold bag. It doesn't take up too much. Let's figure out what we want to sell here. So, what you might want to do is, if you don't need the gold to start with, you might want to just hold on to it for the time being. Hold on to stuff like this equipment, because if you go in and die and then you'll have no equipment left, so you might want to keep it as a backup. So this is all, looks like all junk stuff which we can sell. This is all going to be cooking or reagents. That's junk as well. That's junk as well. Building materials, so we'll put those together down here. Right. And what do we have here? So let's just keep this. We don't necessarily need the gold right now. We will go and sell the junk stuff, I think. How do we sell it? Oh, you can open your storage here, and you can look at your loadout. Okay. So shift and right click to sell, 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 and sell. Okay. Where did that gold go? Did it go straight into our pack? No? Right. So definitely got those building materials. So we need some ironbound fur. So we need those from the big bears. We don't have any of that. We have some refined building materials. Don't have any teeth. So we need to farm these things. So we can upgrade that, and then we'll be able to... That unlocks the... Let's have a look. So it says we've already unlocked the cooking, but how do we do the cooking?
The wolves, they Trust your
It says we've unlocked it, right?
unless they tell you to stay.
Cooking. Unlocks the ability to use cooking pots in the haven. Out in the world. Right. This look like a cooking pot? Kinda does. Because we have no food on us that we can't. Am I being silly here? Good chance of it. Not sure, but we have unlocked a new perk. So we've unlocked perks, but not a perk slot, so we can only have one perk. Oh yes, so here you level up with experience from defeating enemies. So that when I said there was no XP, I was completely wrong. So longer flight, wrecking ball, power vortex radius is reduced but deals an additional extra damage. If 40 ability power, power vortex explodes after 2 seconds. I'm just going to leave that like that for there. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to cover so far in this video. We might do another one where we play a little bit more. So yeah, this is Vaultbreakers. You can test it for free until tomorrow. Go to Steam, go to vaultbreakers.com, find it, download it, join the Discord, get involved in the discussions. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you've been trying it, let me know in the comments if you're enjoying it. And if you want to keep up to date on all things BetaDwarf related, Vaultbreakers, Minion Masters, all that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button. It'd be great to have you here. I'm BetaDwarf, and this is an awkward wave.